Hello, ladies and gentlemen. For this practice, we're going to be working with colors. So you're going to need color pencils, okay? You definitely need your primary and your secondary colors. So basically your basic colors, okay, those 6 colors. You'll also need, let's see, black and white, okay? And I would suggest that you possibly pick up a brown as well, okay? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of go through each one of these, and we're just going to kind of just remember what some of our knowledge is on color, okay? So primary colors, we know that our basic color, we have red, yellow, blue. So what I want you guys to do, and we're just going to practice, okay, doing some gradation. All right, so that's when it's a little brighter, darker and brighter. So you're going to start dark. We're just going to get lighter. Just this helps it color in a little bit faster, and it gets really cool. Okay, so we have blue, yellow, and red. All right. Nice, nice, nice. All right, secondary colors we know are 2 primary colors. All right, so we have red and yellow make orange. Very nice. We have red and blue make violet or purple. Very good. We have blue and yellow make green. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. I want you to mix these colors, okay? I don't want you just grabbing the orange. I actually want you to mix them. You're like, oh, seriously, Miss Smith? Yep, sorry. Torturing everyone. So, fading it out. Now, by the way, if this is a little bit too much, okay, you can totally just color them straight in. Here's my way I cheat. I do one color, and then I go do my other color. So I'm going to go heavy here, and then I'm going to fade it on out. It's like, that's awesome. I know it is. So we have nice and hard, fade on out. Yep. Nice and hard, fade on out. Let's do the blue. Now, this one doesn't quite look purpley on the screen. It looks like barf, or something else. I'm just gonna go with barf. But actually, in real life, it kind of does work. Okay, and I promise, if you were mixing colors like paint, this would work. Okay. All right. So let's do blue again. Fading out. How much of the green will look cool? And it always comes out so nice, and so does the orange. That's just fantastic. Nice. All right, so primary, secondary colors, okay? We also have something called tertiary. We know that they come with primary and secondary colors. Make these, okay? So let's go up here and let's kind of review. So we have red, blue, yellow. Those are our main. In between each one, it makes the secondary colors. These are our 3. In between those, they make tertiaries, okay? So these little, like, middle ones are tertiary. When we say the name, we go with the primary color first. So let's kind of like, let's write them out. So we have red, orange, okay? Red, I know it says violet up there. You can put violet. You can put purple. I'm gonna put violet. We're gonna have blue, green. Okay. We have blue violet, blue purple, yellow, green, and yellow, orange. All right, so I want you to, now we're going to shift up here because I want you to fill this out. So you can, if you want, all right, using the orange colored pencil. Now I'm going to give you a trick on how I fill this out really quickly. What I do is I actually take my colored pencil and I color in all of the areas with that color first. So let me show you. I know this is cheating to be like Mrs. Smith. Like, I know. But for honestly, to learn this and do it takes a while. And plus, it's so much, it's so cool when it's visual. All right, so I'd have like my red, and then I would go next, and this is where it starts getting a little bit easier. See? All of a sudden, I'm able to do a whole bunch at once. So then all the oranges are done. And please don't skimp by just like scribbling them, like going, woo. That's not what it is. I need full coverage. I need control of your material, okay? So we'd have that. So next would be yellow. Okay, and then you would go over. See how fast this is going? Like crazy. Okay, so I would suggest that you pause the video and finish this right now. Okay, go ahead. Perfect. All right. So hopefully this for you is now all done. We're going to continue on just reviewing and kind of going over some other things that we've kind of like touched base over the years with. So monochromatic are a range of a color. So let's say blue, okay, from dark to light. Now, what does that mean? It means that, so let's say we have blue. I could have this blue. I could have this blue. I could have this blue. I could have, oh, another blue over here. See, these are all different types of blue. Lights and darks and everything, okay? This would all fall under monochromatic, all right? Tints are when we add white to a color, okay? Easiest way to remember this are tinted windows are wrong. They should get their money back because they're not adding white, they're adding black. Correct. Tone is gray, okay? And shade. This is where, as I said, they're really getting their windows shaded. So we're adding black here, okay? Analogous are, the best way to, I guess, to say it is that they're colors that are next to each other on the color wheel, or they're like neighboring colors. So let's put 3 neighboring. On the color wheel. So what does that look like? Okay, it could be we're dealing with primary colors, which would be red, orange, yellow. Or it could be even closer where we had red, orange, orange, and yellow, orange. Okay? Kind of depends on how close are their neighbors together. Okay? So for example, let's do an example. I want to do let's do purple, or honestly, you can do whatever neighboring colors you like. Okay? So I'm going to do purple, and then, or violet. I'm going to do red, and I think I'm going to do orange. This is kind of like a really neat range. Okay. And let's do yellow. Actually, no. We got to do orange. Oh, Mrs. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So those are 3 neighboring colors, okay? Could we get even closer neighbors? Absolutely, okay? Imagine like these are houses and this would be apartments because they're really close, okay? All right, let's do warm colors. Warm colors are a group of colors that make us think of warmth, sun, and fire. It says group of colors that make us think of warmth, sun, and fire. Now, notice that there is more than just 3 colors. Okay? When you were younger, we probably heard that it was red, orange, and yellow. Absolutely, those are the colors that we've got. But because we now know the tertiaries, they need to be included into this category as well. So, ready? We're going to start off with, I'm going to show you. It actually goes from here all the way to here. So these are all warm. Okay, so we're going to put them in. So it's purple, red, oh, not purple, red, red, purple, or red, violet. Okay, down to red, red, orange. Down to orange, down to right, yellow, orange. Notice I'm not scribbling, I'm kind of doing solid, down to yellow. Okay, cool colors are a group of colors that make us think of cold or ice. Okay? So, since we started, we have those yellow, green, and around to violet is those colors. Okay, so let's do yellow. The other one. So yellow, green, green, blue, green. Love blue, green. Don't know what I just do. We want blue, violet, or blue, purple. Okay. And purple. Okay. Nice. So we really have now broken it down into all of the colors that can be included into this category. Okay, so let's flip over and let's see what we have in the back now. All right, so the back, we're going to talk about texture. All right, so texture in art, what I tend to do is I will put the solid color down and then deal with the texture after, okay? You're like, wait a minute, how does that work with color? And I thought texture was a couple different things. It is, okay? So there's actually something called actual texture. So this is the real feel. Real feel, okay? So this is in real life. So for example, this feels bumpy, okay? But when we look at it, it looks like it's just got a pattern on it, okay? So let's go next. Here, it feels bumpy, but what does it look like? It looks like it has a pattern on it, a design. Okay, let's go to something else. Oof. Kind of same thing. Feels, has bumpy, but really, it's got a pattern. It's got like all this paint that's kind of rubbing off. Believe it or not, it's not a pattern, but it's a design. Okay? All right. So all these little details add to not only I want to call it the story, like the more information that you're going to tell about this, okay? But it really adds to the look of it. All right, so let's put examples. So what would be some real things that we can feel? All right, so I'm going to give you three, and then you got to give me three. So I'm going to give you a tree bark. I'm going to give you fur. And I'm going to give you slime. You need to give me three more. Next, we have what's called implied. Okay? This is the look. Okay? The look. Okay? All right? So basically the look as if it could be touched. Okay? So I'm going to give you three. You're going to give me three. So my three I'm giving you as fuzzy, curly, and rough. You need to give me three things that you could draw, like how it would look. Okay? All right. So we're going to switch gears. Okay? And we got to get out some color pencils. All right? So I'm actually going to gather my pencils. And what I want you to do is I actually would like you to gather, okay, some natural colors. Okay, so these are browns. Grab white, gray if you want, black, whatever. We're going to color this teddy bear and we're going to give him some textures. Okay, so here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to practice gradation on this little bear and then we're going to add some texture to it. So I'm going to pick one of my browns and what I'm going to do is we're going to go dark on the center, like the inside, and then we're going to get a little bit lighter as we go out. Okay? There we are. And we're just going to keep going. A little bit darker on this inside. Now, why am I going a little darker? Well, that's where we're probably going to have like shadows, right? Dark here, and we're going to get a little lighter as we come out. Darker here on the outskirts, and then on the inside, or actually I guess it would be that inside, and then a little bit lighter there. Okay, now on the outside, we're going to get light on the inside where the belly is. Okay, there we go. So we're going to continue having the outside, and it's going to get a little lighter on the inside. Notice how I don't quite just do one direction when I do the shading. Okay, I kind of need to go around and around. There we are. Beautiful. Okay, so the head. Let's do this. Same thing. Dark on the outside and lighter as we get on the inside. Oh, you guys can see all the, I don't know, like there's indents or something like that. Get a little lighter on the inside. There we go. Nice, good practicing, doing some gradation. Some of that nice smooth blending from one color to the next. I'm going to go around because, well, I'm kind of do that around. Make it nice and clean on this area. For the ears, we go dark on the inside and a little lighter by the edge. Okay, there we are. Darker on the inside, a little lighter. Okay, and then the nose. You know what? Let's do dark and then light inside. There we go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put different textures and different designs on the bear, okay? To kind of give it like, almost like have a feel that it does feel like something. Now, I'm not going to pick the same color that I have, okay? Because as we can kind of see how this is a real picture, this is a drawing picture, and this is ours. We can kind of see that the fur, okay, and textures tend to be a little darker. You can go with a darker brown. You can go with a lighter brown. You could even take like white, and you can even add like little bits of white around it as well. Now, let's see. Let's start off by going with, so let's do curls. So I'm going to do curls in the bottom. Make it look fuzzy. Okay? Notice how in the darker spaces, okay, it's not as noticeable. So we might have to get a little darker. But here we can see. Okay? But it really pops out in this area. Let's make this look fur. Little bits of fur. Now, why would we not want to do this opposite? Obviously, because you would lose out on all this texture if we colored over it, okay? Let's see how it really blends. Darker area, I'm going to go in with my darker. Just add it in. Make it really pop out. Look at that. That actually looks like it's fur. Yay! All right, so we're going to do some cross hatching on this side. Cross hatching is making it look like it's a little rough. It's going back and forth. Can't see it on that one spot, so I'm going to make it darker. Okay, really starting to make it look like it's three-dimensional, like it's going to pop out. Now, we're just going to put just lines, okay? Just to make it feel like there are maybe, remember how I said like this line? Like I know it feels like this, but it really looks like a design. So let's kind of do a design here. Oh, this one's not dark enough. I'm going to curve around. So these could be anything, okay? So those could be lines, they could be bumps, all right? There. Now what I would like you to do, on the head and the ears, I would like you to create either, let me write that, a look, a texture, okay? So it could be a design, okay? It could be an actual texture, meaning that you have something in mind. So for example, let's say wood, okay? Or you want it to look like it was slime, you can put that there. To make it look like it's actually got something going. You can even make it look like it's stitched, you know, like really, really dark. Like let's say this area is stitched, okay? This area is stitched. Doesn't matter, okay? Make it look like it's got patches all over. That's pretty cool, right? I know. So that's what I want you to do. The head and the ears, all right? When you're done, okay, I'm going to have you pause it right here. Finish this up. We're going to go to the last part. All right, now on to the last part. We are almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Blending is changing from one color to another. Okay, this is not blending them all together in like big mush. Okay, this is going from one color to the next. So we're gonna be doing a couple different practices here, and then you are going to take this and you're going to practice doing each one. And I'm gonna actually show you one that I've already done, so you can do these on your own, and you don't have to copy mine. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get two colors. So from one color to the next. So this is blending. So we're going to start off with gradation. So we got dark, fading out. Okay. And the next one is going to fade in. Okay. So that's how we're able to make it go from one color to the next. Now the next one is a little bit different, okay? We're going to go from one color to the next. So we're going to go 3. We're going to do red, fading. We want to go, now this one, I'm going to start this color this way, fade it this way, and then we're going to go and fade it this way. But then I want to, fade it into this one. So it looks like it's going from one color to the next to the next. Okay? You can also take, by the way, your color, and we can use shade, which, by the way, if you remember, shade is adding black. I'll blend this out. We'll color through. All right. So shade is black. Fade that through. And it gives it like a really neat, like, if you're dealing with any kind of shadows, makes it go through. And then tint. I want to talk about, remember the white, okay? White is a little different when you're dealing with colored pencil. What you want to do is you actually want to put the white on first when you're dealing with any kind of NASCO or color Crayola color pencils, okay? There are different color pencils, okay? If you have something called Prismacolor, you can actually put the color down and put the white over it, okay? Then start noticing that it changes the color. Okay, and with white, I always kind of go back over it, almost like it's a sandwich, to really layer it in. Okay, now what are we going to do this? All right, so I want to show you an example that I did before, okay, on what you're going to do. So, you are going to take, and I'm going to write notes on this, okay, on what you're going to do. The first 2, okay? So I'm going to put this as number 1, number 2, 3, 4. These 2 are number 1. These 2 are number 2. These are number 3. And these are number 4. You are going to practice shading from one color to the next on this one and this one. I went up and down and side to side. You don't have to. You can do it however you want. This is going 3. This one is going from, basically a shaded black to the color. Okay? This one is dealing with white. Now, here's the thing. You can use all the same colors. You can change them up. Doesn't really matter to me. Okay? Either way is fine. But I want you to do these on your own. Once you are finished with this and everything else on both sides, take a picture of these, both sides, okay, and then upload them, and you are finished with the practice.